Welcome back, fellow shop rats. Today we were going to be on stitches, but we have issues, and I hope some of y'all have some tissues because Scoops died on me yesterday when I ran to the store. I had to get a jump start to get it home, and it's deader than a hammer now. So there's something wrong with the electrical system, so I'm going to take you through it with me today. We're going to diagnose the issues and hopefully get it fixed and back on the road because this is what I drive in nice weather. I'm Mike, and you're watching My Car Shop. Since the battery is dead, I'm going to do the right thing and take the battery out, put a different one in it so that we're starting from a point of being, starting. Ooh. Well, I guess I got to get a wrench. They're tight. There we go. Put this one in. This should be a good one. It's colder out here than I thought it was going to be today. I don't have any keys. I guess I better go get some keys. So that's good. She started, or she fires right up. So now we got to get out a voltmeter and start doing some testing and find out why it stopped charging, because I know that's what happened. Okay, the first thing to test is battery voltage itself. We obviously know it has enough oomph to crank it, but I want a baseline. So we're at 13.18 volts. That's good. So the next thing we're going to do is check the main battery terminal here on the alternator and just see what kind of voltage we've got there. I don't have a good ground. It's aluminum. There we go, right here. Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, I don't have the key on. Oh, that makes a difference. Can't see it. There we go. Interesting. We got nothing. Tells me maybe we blew a fuse link. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, let me turn the key off again. I didn't have the key on, like a dummy. Yeah, nothing. Let's try a different ground. Nothing. Well, that's weird. I wonder if it's that fuse link right there. This one comes right from the block here. Let's get you around. It could be right there also. There's a plug that's not looking the best. So, yeah, we're just going to have to chase this down. But let's double check one more time. Yeah, nothing. That should be 12 volts right there. Let's check it back here at this connection then. And that would be the black wire right here. That's, yeah. Nothing. Let's check it on the other side of that if I can. Oh yeah, right there's our problem. Ha! Well, I'll be dipped. It melted the wire right off. Ha! I'll get you over here and show you. So right here, this black wire right here, get this crap out of the way. This black wire right there is the one that feeds down and comes to your main connection to the battery and the alternator. That's supposed to have 12 volts. So there, and I get around to the back side of that connector, and you see that right there. So what happened was the contact in here probably was going bad. It started giving issues, and as is typical on these old connectors, it just finally, because the contact was bad, it got hot and it melted, and then the wire fell off. So somewhere around in here, there's a big power wire hanging there, not connected to anything. So we got to find that. Get this coil up out of my way. I'm going to do it one better. Just take that coil right out of there for now. Well, you little pot licker. Hold on. I'm going to get that coil off. And there it is. There's our offending wire right there. So we're going to clean that up, strip it back, and check it. That should have 12 volts right there. If that's the case, then that's our only problem, and all we have to do is fix this. We'll bypass this bulk connector. We'll probably just put the wire solid together and go from there. Okay. Wouldn't mind. Here we go. I'll get that wire up out of there a little bit. And that should be a 12 gauge wire. Whoo! That's a crusty rusty in there. That's been giving issues for a while. There we go. Stripped her back beyond its corrosive spot. Let's see if we have our 12 volts. I can't remember if that's 12 volts key on or not. I don't have the key on right now, so well, where the heck is my negative? Don't be so negative. Okay, we got no voltage. Oh, we do have voltage. There we go. Yep, we got our, it's my ground up here. Yeah, we got 12. It's all over the place, but there's voltage there. So now what we want to do is strip this wire out of this harness, pull it back. And I'm going to get a pair of pliers and jerk that out of that bulkhead connector that's all melted. And we'll get that stripped back. And we're going to temporarily hook them together, make sure everything else is working in the system, and that we didn't blow the voltage regulator or anything, and we should be good to go. Okay, I've got it temporarily hooked up over there just to test everything. We're at 13.2 volts right now with it not running, so we'll fire it up and see where we're at. Oh. One should hook up the coil first. It works better that way. Silly boy. There we go. That makes a difference. $14.7, so we're good. You can see that or not? 14.7 volts. So that's our issue. Okay, so let's get rid of my ham and eggs and do it right. As you can see the ham and egg, I just put a jumper wire in there with a couple of wire nuts. That did the job, but I want to do something better than that. I'm not going to bother putting a connector in there as far as to be able to plug it and unplug it. Down the road, I'll probably go, crap, I should have done that, but you know, the odds of ever having to unplug that are slim to none, and we'll just deal with it if we have to. So yeah, let's do a more permanent, better fix, and we'll be right back. There we go. We have a proper repair. Soldered in. Looks like I need to shrink my shrink a little more there. Heat shrinked on both sides. Soldered in on both sides, etc., etc. So let's do a little more shrinkage right on the end. I missed that. There we go. Doop, doop, doop. Alrighty, let's put the coil back in place and test it. Make sure everything is copacetic. 14.45, 14.5, 15 volts. Looks good. And our battery idle voltage should be 13.5 or so. It's falling down. Capacitors are discharging. Head charge coming out of the battery. 13.8, 13.7. 13.6. So yep, everything looks good. All right, probably should take this for a little bit of a test drive. And then probably one more thing I should do on this car is there's a volt gauge under the dash. I should probably get that hooked up so I can keep an eye on this for a while. So there we go. We got nothing with the key off. Key on, it comes up around 11. And then it starts to slowly climb. It hits 12 right away, which lets you know the charging is working. And then the more it runs, the more it gets up around 13. So that's a good indicator. So the gauge is off just a little bit. I'm sure there's a calibration on it, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's fine. As long as I can see the difference between key on and running. So you can definitely see it's charging. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, we're going to go for a test drive. So we're just about 13 volts right now. At this point, my microphone started screwing up, and so none of the audio actually came through so you can understand it. So let me just do a quick voiceover here on this. So as you heard me say, the voltage at this point was 13, which felt a little bit low to me, but I wasn't sure on the accuracy of the meter. However, as we went along on this drive, the voltage just kept climbing and climbing and climbing, and it got to the point that it was up over 17 volts, which started to have me concerned. So at this point, we just decided to continue driving, and then go ahead and make a decision on what we were going to need to do next. So let's pick it up in the next video segment. So at this point, we're turning down the road that I call my drag strip. You'll notice there's a house on the left side. It's the only house on this whole section. So what I always do, as you've seen in other videos, is I go just past this house. There's no ditches. It's just field on both sides, and it's a very safe place to horse around a little bit, do burnouts, and do quarter-mile passes and stuff like that. So, of course, since we're going down the road here, we probably need to put that to the test and do a little quarter-mile blast. First one of the year, actually, so let's have some fun and let some magic smoke out of the tires. All right, well, there you go on that. It's all fixed up. It's all done. And we don't even have to finish it. Yeah, I apologize for the audio in those last 2 clips. The microphone, the receiver that I use on the phone for the microphone was cutting in and out. So you were getting flipping back and forth between my mic and the phone audio, which is not good. So I apologize for that, but there's not much I can do to fix it. So I thought, well, it's not that long. I'll just leave it in there and put in the text apology for what was going on. Most of you guys get it. So anyway, it's working good. And I was saying in the video, I don't think it came through. The more we drove it, the more that voltage was coming back from 17. It was at 15.5 when I pulled in the driveway. It was actually at 15.5 coming down the road at like 2,500 RPM. So I think that's what it was the battery just needed a good zap. And the regulator was just saying, all right, take all you can get, baby. So that's what she was doing. And as the battery was the head charging the battery was coming back up, the regulator was starting to bring it back. So I think we're good. I don't think we have to worry about it. All right, that'll do it for this one. Like I said, I apologize. I was planning on working on the Challenger today, but I had to get this done because I can't not have this car on the road. The truck is too expensive to drive every day. So on nice days like this is my daily. All right, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell whoever. Hopefully the channel continues to grow. I think today we just hit 3,400 subs. So I'm really thrilled. Looking forward to hitting that 4,000 mark soon and continuing to go onward and upward. Don't forget, because it's important.